I'm getting ready to start my workout for today, and I thought I would just kind of update you on my progress because I am one of those people, it's very hard for me to stick to a plan, and I oftentimes fall off the wagon. So recently, I really haven't worked out consistently since before May, and then I would start working out again for like a week or two and then fall off the wagon. So I just started working out again about a week ago. And my first exercises were just to get me moving so that way I can stay committed to an actual plan. So this week is the week that I started following a regimented schedule and programming. So I added strength in. Last week was just about getting moving, getting steps in, doing a little bit of cardio. And this week I am following a strength training program and I'm getting started on that. So I'm going to walk you through some of the basic equipment that I have because all of my core exercises are using the same machine, same equipment, and it's just doing different variations of the movements. So I just wanted to show you, I guess, what I do. So first thing is first, usually I warm up doing some sort of cardio, so it could be jump roping or a lot of times it's rowing. This is the rower I use. It's by Water Rower. I really like it because you can fill the water level to different resistance, and then the resistance is all based on how much effort you're putting in. So it's really as good of a workout as you want to make it be. And this one is a Gronk Fitness rower, but again, it's made by Water Rower. Like I said, really like it, nice and quiet, very easy to use. The one downfall of this specific rower is these foot plates right here. They're kind of made from, I want to say, plastic, and so when they're pretty stiff, so when you're rowing, or at least for me, I ended up breaking this one. So as you can see here, it will come right off. I ended up breaking it. And the only way I got it to stay again is by using some glue right here, and I glued it down, and then I also put a screw in it. So I really at some point want to upgrade these, or I don't know if I need to make my own foot holder, but that is one downfall. The foot here seems pretty cheaply made, so I wish it was made by something that was more durable and could actually move with your foot while you're rowing. But other than that, I do really like the Water Rower. I do like the rowers in general. Like I said, they give you a really good workout in a very short time frame. Personally, I can't go for more than 5 minutes when I'm rowing hard. I can go longer if I'm rowing at like a leisurely pace, but when I'm actually getting a workout in, I'm really rowing, it's really tough to row for 5 minutes straight. And then here is my other main piece of equipment. So this is the strength training portion. We have a rack. We got this one from Rogue Fitness. It is the R3. We were actually really lucky because when we moved into our house, that was one of the requirements that my husband had, is that he wanted to have a rack because the closest gyms to us were over a half hour away. And when you're driving an hour to work and back every single day, that's 2 hours of driving, and the last thing you want to do is add an extra hour of drive time to go to the gym. So I agreed, and we got a squat rack. Again, this one we really like. We did a lot of research on them, or I should say he did a lot of research on them, and this one was really highly rated. It has a lot of different holes in it, so that way you can adjust it pretty much for everything you want. And then it has the bars up top, so that way you can do pull-ups, chin-ups, hook the bands to it, do all sorts of different resistance training with it. So our squat rack is definitely the best investment strength training wise that we made. And then lastly, well, we got a couple other things here, but I'm just showing you the things that we use the most. So lastly, we have our rack of dumbbells. Now we're probably a little excessive on how many weights we have, but we do a lot of free weight training as well. So the free weights are incorporated into my programming, and every single day I have some sort of exercise variation using free weights. So that's the main 3 things that I use to work out currently. The rower, I would say, don't really need because you can do a ton of cardio without any kind of rower. But in terms of strength training, definitely recommend the rack and then free weights. Now that I walked you through all the different pieces of equipment that I use, I'm actually going to start my workout. And I know a ton of people ask me this all the time. So yes, if you're wondering, behind me is a wall of musky lures. we have quite the collection, as you can see. But anyways, so we're gonna start with the workout. I have everything, it's all written down here. I am doing day 1 again. So writes my program, so that way I'm doing a little bit of everything every single day. So I'm almost doing a full body workout every single day, but my core lifts are changing every day. How my specific programming works is I work in supersets. So today I'll be doing a back squat and then jump rope and then hanging leg raises, and that's gonna be my first superset. I'm gonna be running through that a couple different times. And then after that, I'm doing more accessory lifts, which are gonna be the chin-ups and seated dumbbell lateral raises. And that's it for my workout today. So this will probably take me about 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how intense of a warm-up I do before this, and then stretching afterwards. So it's about, just if I were to just time the lifting, it will take me about a half an hour, but then once I add in my warm-up and then stretching at the end, it's gonna be about 45 minutes. Let's get started. I just warmed up with a little bit of cardio, and now I'm gonna get into my lifting. So before I actually get into my program, I'm gonna be running through and doing some of the lifts just to get my body in that motion, and then I'll be adding weights. I am beginning with squats first. So first I'm gonna be warming up with a few squats, and this is a safety squat bar. As you can see, it's not your traditional barbell or Olympic lifting barbell, which is over here in the rack. But I'm using this one because right now, I'm still working on my mobility, and it's just a lot easier for me to squat with this one than it is currently with a regular barbell. So I will be switching to a regular barbell the more I begin lifting, but for right now, I'm gonna be starting with the safety squat bar. Benefits personally that I find for this, I like how it's not tweaking my shoulders at all because I'm not holding onto the bar, I'm actually holding on to the handles up front, which is really nice. This one has some padding, our other one does not, and it just holds the weight a little bit differently, so it makes it easier for me to squat, get a full range of motion. All right, I just got my warm-ups out of the way. So what I'm gonna be doing is I will be adding weight to the squat bar. I'm not gonna be doing a ton of weight, and I'll be adding up on each set that I do. So I'm gonna be starting out, this is the first superset. So I'll be running through 3 sets of each exercise. And what it's gonna be is 5 back squats with the safety squat bar. And then I'll be doing 30 seconds of jump rope and 10 leg raises. After that, I'll be resting for about a minute, and then I'll be repeating the process, adding some weight, and then repeating the process. So each set that I do will progressively increase in weight. Just got done with my first superset, and now I'm taking a short 2 to 3 minute break, and then I'll be moving into my second superset. And what this one is, it's gonna be 3 rounds of, we're gonna be doing chin-ups and then just seated lateral dumbbell raises. So nothing too crazy, but just a finisher exercise. Like I said, I'm just getting back into working out. So I don't wanna overdo it because I don't wanna discourage myself from continuing to work out. And personally, for me, when I get really sore, I get really
unmotivated and don't feel like working out again because the next day I'm so sore. So this is helping me to control the soreness, so I do feel it in my muscles, but I'm not in so much pain that I cannot move the next day. So, like I said, that's about, I'm not wearing a watch, but that should be about a 2 to 3 minute break from my last superset, so I'm gonna get started on this one. So I thought I hit the record button, and apparently I didn't. So I already did my first set, and what I'm doing is I'm doing a ladder with the chin-ups. So I'm gonna do, well, I already did 5, and then I'm gonna do 4 this next round, and then 3 in my superset. So it's 5, 4, 3 for the chin-ups. Until I get stronger and I can do more, that's what I'm doing for now. I just finished up my workout. Like I said, it's not anything crazy. I just wanted something that's attainable that I know I would stick with. So that is my workout. This one I actually already did for a full week, and so now I'm on to week 2, but it's the same workout that I'm repeating from week 1. So this was day 1 of getting back into strength training for me.